Hello, hi, I'm Jonathan Baillie. I edit the IHEEM monthly magazine, Health Estate Journal, and I'm here at Manchester Central on the eve of Healthcare Estates 2024 with the gentleman who will take over as IHEEM president tomorrow at the AGM, Nigel Keery. Hi, Nigel.
Good, Nigel. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, and you. Can you tell me a bit about your professional background, how you got into engineering?
Yes. Well, I come from a family of engineers, starting with my grandfather, my father and my uncle, all in shipbuilding. So naturally, when you're looking at a job, I went to shipbuilding and had a great career as an electrical apprenticeship. Got to see a lot of places in the world. And after a while, you need a career change. So I thought, let's go abroad, except just needed a bit of time, so a stopgap was the health service, just a wee stopgap. 30 odd years.
30 odd years.
30 odd years.
It's right, isn't it? You think you trained with Holland and Wolff, the famous shipbuilder in Belfast, which must have been a very good learning curve for an engineer.
Yeah, very prestigious company.
And you met some interesting people along the way?
Yes, met a few royals, a few launching ships as you do. And then, of course, the anaesthetists, very bigger than the royals, really, at the time.
So they presumably had quite a large fleet of their own yachts and ships, did they?
Well, it was all tankers we dealt with most of them. Some bulk carriers, and that got me out to Greece as a young man, got round the islands and really enjoyed it.
And your two children are now engineers, is that right?
Yes, something must be in the genes, yes. My son is a trainee engineer in the Belfast Trust, and my daughter is she's done her year out, and she's completing biomedical engineer.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what made you change? You said you wanted a break from what you'd been doing. What made you go into the health service, and how did you get the job with, I think, the Belfast Trust, where you've been ever since?
Yeah. So shipbuilding was in Britain declining, and we were seeing lots of redundancies, and it just didn't feel to me that it was going to be a career future. And sometimes you develop yourself and you just want to do something different. So I wanted to do something different. I had worked for the health service through the shipyard. So they had large diesel engines for generation, and we had installed them. So high voltage generation got me into the health service. And
am I right in thinking it was the Royal Victoria Hospital in Belfast that you went into?
The Royal Victoria Hospital, yes.
And is that where you're based now?
No, I still have the Royal Victoria Hospital as one of my hospitals, but I'm now just up the road, about a mile, in Musgrave Park.
And can you tell me a bit about your current day role in terms of the number of staff you're responsible for and some of the hospitals that you oversee from an estates and facilities maintenance point of view?
Okay. So, bit of background. The Belfast Trust is made up of 6 legacy trusts, as we used to call them. So, Royal Victoria Hospital, Belfast City Hospital, Knockbracken, Musgrave and the Mater hospitals. But we also do health and social care, so we have south and east social care and north and west social care. We have a staff in the trust of about 22,000 people, and it's a £1.6 billion organisation. So estates is about, my part of estates is the operational side, keeping it open every day. I also do all the decontamination, the electromedical, commissioning, and audit that go along with the commissioning. And I have 4 divisions, so we've split Belfast up into 4 divisions. So in that I have about 300 staff, and we collectively in the estate spend through projects, risk and development and operations, so it's 70 million a year. So it's a big operation.
Am I right in thinking it is one of the Europe's biggest public healthcare provider organisations?
Yes, without it. It used to be the biggest. There's plenty of others have now amalgamated up to get the cost and effectiveness of having scale. So it's still a small group, but yes, we're one of the biggest.
What are some of the other challenges that you're facing at the moment? I mean, how much of a challenge is sort of looking at fire safety in the wake of Grenfell?
So we have a specific team in the trust, with a fire officer team, and then we have a risk team, and they've been dealing with Grenfell right from when it started, when we found the materials were challenging and that we needed to do something about them. So now that we've got the report, we're looking at our audits that we've been doing around the existing estate and seeing what else we need to do. But the Grenfell thing has unearthed and made everybody aware of many failings, right through from design concept to the products we use to the install and the materials, the environment that the materials are used in, are they appropriate or not. So I would say not just health, but a lot of organisations.
So a pretty big additional agenda, really.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit? Obviously, you hide your light under a bushel a bit about this, but you have an OBE, I know. Can you tell me a little bit about the oxygen concentrator project, which I think contributed largely to that?
Well, they don't tell you what you get your OBE for, but it's all sort of around that time it all happened. So in Northern Ireland, we don't have any oxygen manufacturing. It all comes up from the Republic of Ireland, from Dublin. And at the time of COVID, which was a challenge in itself, Northern Ireland and the UK was going through a bit of a challenge with the EU. So we didn't know just how our borders would work. We didn't know about pharmaceutical licensing and we were going to be able to bring it back, but we were aware that oxygen may not be as easy to get if Ireland had a call for it. So to add a bit of resilience to the Northern Ireland organisation, we went out to buy oxygen concentrators, and there wasn't any. So we contacted a lot of our suppliers. A lot of them will be at this conference, and they stepped up to the mark, sourced us the parts. So then we had a bucket of bolts, as I say, and it was trying to put it together, which we did. We used our supply chain in Northern Ireland.
It responded really efficiently.
Absolutely, yeah. So we thought we'd only make 6. We ended up with enough parts and a budget to do 8. So we did 8 in the end.
I guess quite a lot of them must have been learnt about oxygen capacity at that time, both by your trust and the NHS as a whole.
Absolutely.
Lessons learned.
Good. There's a lot of lessons learned about pandemics and resilience up to then. Anything that we've had to do, from what I'm aware in the health service in all my years, was all short-lived. You had an incident, you went and dealt with the incident, you got it over, you did a recovery plan, health service was back up to normal. But as we all know, COVID went on.
Yes. Well, I guess it's given greater resilience for the future. Yeah. When did you learn that you'd been awarded the OBE?
So there's various stages. You get told that you're being looked at and that they're going to do a bit of an investigation to see your background and what they can find out. You still aren't told that it's an OBE. You're just told they're looking at you. And then the next bit is that you fill in a few forms of which you say your availability and would you accept or not accept if you were offered basically anything from a garden party through to an award. So you still don't know. And then you get I got a letter, which you start to know things are different because the envelopes change. They get more formal. So
have a royal seal.
Yes, they start to get a wee bit more formal, and you get quite a lot of legal speak and an invite, and then you get told that Her Majesty is awarding you an OBE. Then you're sworn to secrecy. So that happened about February.
Which year?
That would have been 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then you received it, I think, from King Charles, but I don't know whether he'd been crowned by that stage.
No, he was a few weeks before he was crowned, so I wished him all the best. And
must have been a proud day.
Very much. We went as a family, and it was in Windsor, which was absolutely tremendous day. It go through all sorts of emotions. how did you get this? And then you begin to realise, gosh, it's a team play, and they're picking somebody out of the team to represent. So, you know, really you start to look on all the people that have mentored you over the years, who have given you advice, have worked with you to make hospitals and places safe and be better places to be in. And really, you know, like, all I can do is thank all them for all the assistance and help that they've given me.
Very interesting. When did you learn about the presidency? Are you nominated? Is that how it happens, or?
Yeah. So you get nominated into the vice presidency role, and that is a long time ago. And then you slowly work your way through the president. So I knew just before Alison she became president.
Alison Ryan, who's been the IHEEM president for the past 2 years.
So, and then you shadow Alison for the 2 years that she done a fantastic job. And then all of a sudden it comes round to now, and you go, what the heck have I done? But
I appreciate it's early days. Have you any particular aspirations as president, or any areas you think IHEEM needs to be perhaps doing more in, or just continuing working in?
So, yes, I've been with IHEEM from the 90s, so 30 odd years. I've been involved in the council, but I've also during all that time been on the membership committee. We have a very strong branch in Northern Ireland. We have great connections with our Southern Ireland colleagues, with their branch, and membership to me is absolutely key. This organisation is about the membership, and branch strength is, I think, the pillar of our organisation going forward. So it's about growing that membership base, right? Helping people achieve the best they can, getting professional registration, getting the right credits, and giving them the tools they need going forward to best equip them for the solutions that are needed in health. And that's what this institute does well.
Thank you. What about some words for what Alison's achieved in the last couple of years? Where do you think she's particularly stood out?
Alison has done a tremendous job right across the organisation. So she would run all our council meetings, and she gives a fantastic clear steer on supporting the chief executive. But she's took a big leading role in looking into young people through the STEM,
Yeah.
through STEM. And I've been away with her and the team on a few of the STEM initiatives. And she has put a lot of effort into that. And then she's our first female president. But besides that, not even being a female, she's been a really special president. She connects, she puts the time in, and she networks and connects, and she's just a lot of energy. I know she won't be going anywhere too far, and she'll be holding me to account in my role and pushing.
I'm sure she'll be a good source of mentoring and advice.
She's a great mentor now, and she'll be, I know, a real rock to lean on if I need her.
Do you know if you're not the first president from Northern Ireland, or are you?
No, the first president was Ronnie Brown,
Right.
who was inspirational on me joining the institute and probably doing some of the things I've done.
Nigel, I wish you all the very best with the presidency. I'm sure you'll make a great job. It's been really good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. I'll do my best.
Thanks very much.
Bye.